Hi, hello everybody. Welcome back to Outfit Wars Nexus. Tonight's match is VKTZ versus KN1. I am your caster Gelos, and I am joined here by Zangief, my co-cat.
Yo, what's up, Outfit Wars? We out here once again. This time it's Emerald. Let's get right into it. Bing!
Yes,
I'm
Zangief.
hyped. Can you tell?
I am. I can see it. I can see it in your breath. Quite frankly, it's smelling.
See my breath.
It's smelling of.
It is filled with the excitement of Outfit Wars on Emerald server.
And I want to just start off with a little apology. I know I started the trailer a little late. I got a little caught up watching the other match, which I think just had a flash race going. Is a little enthralling.
Yeah,
and
I wouldn't really call it a race.
Couldn't quite take my eyes off of it until it ended about 10 seconds in, unfortunately. So, well, we might maybe we can see one of those tonight. That might be great. I would love to see just a random flash race breakout between VKTZ and KN1. So as stated, VKTZ KN1. This is actually a match that's going to be pretty good. These two teams. We'll start with KN1 because actually KN1 is they're very well known for taking Outfit Wars extremely seriously. During the last Outfit Wars, they got very close to winning. They were you know, like I think the second, like they were like the runner-up on gold. They got very close to winning though. It was a very they played extremely
they may
well.
have come in third place actually.
Yeah. Oh well, maybe. But either way,
out of 3 teams. So
out of-
I mean,
yeah,
you know, there were only 3 teams.
But they played extremely well in that last one, and the reason why I bring this up is because they understand how to play. They try to very quickly figure out what the metas are for each specific kind of competition, and this one is no exception. So I expect them to be using all the same kind of strategies that we've been seeing a lot of the top teams use. Obviously good uses of outfit resources alongside good use of air. So it's going to be extremely interesting to see how they deal with VKTZ, which is an outfit that some people, they say, it's got a lot of ringers, but the fact is they have a lot of very good players in this particular format. And they also have pretty decent coordination. We've seen, the VKTZ match, I think just last weekend, I think I casted. They're very well coordinated. So you can say they have a lot of ringers, but the fact is they're also coming in with good coordination on top of it, and it makes it very difficult to deal with them sometimes, on top of having a very good infantry skill to be dealing with. Now, I believe they also have very good air too, so KN1 again, they have to be on the lookout for that. So let's go into our Outfit Wars info screen here. We'll very quickly go over. I think this is correct too. I know this is always kind of a toss-up as to whether or not the colors are actually corresponding correctly, but let me just do one quick check. I believe KN1 is in blue.
Yeah, VKTZ is in red.
Very good. Okay, so it shouldn't be too difficult to figure out what's going on.
Right. Bing.
Hey, Gretchen.
I'm here to cast.
Oh my god, I thought you were busy over in your match.
Oh, bad.
Oh, let's go. All right, so we got Gretchen joining.
You know how this.
Yeah,
I was aiming a flash race.
So we're joined here by Gretchen, everybody. I didn't think we'd get her.
Hi.
All right, that's fantastic.
The three-headed cast is here. The Hydra cast,
I know
actually.
we're already live, Beeps, but do you have the control set up? Do you want me to do
I do.
them,
Hey, Goof, yeah, give her the control. That's perfect. All right.
Ideal.
Adding one extra caster is going to be very good
That's
for this, because this is
the cam and Gretchen mans the
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Woman's the stats. Sorry.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry.
All right, let me go over the Outfit Wars. Let me go over the Outfit Wars rules here for a moment. So teams are 48v48. There will be no Colossuses or Bastionses in the match at all. All other outfit resources will be allowed, and we're going to see them extensively used. You're going to see orbitals, you're going to see citadel shields, you're going to see anvils. Again, KN1 specifically knows how to use this stuff too very well. I've seen them use it in the last Outfit Wars season. They were very good at actually employing tactics for that thing. So keep an eye out for that. There will be no construction, as there is no cordium on the entire continent. And then the team with the most territory at the end of the match or captures the enemy team's home base, the Nexus Omega or Nexus Alpha base, is going to be declared the winner. That would be the dominating victory. Won't worry about the points right now because we're getting a little low on team. I do want to quickly go over what we're going to be expecting from our neutrals, which you can see on the map there. I'm just going to go into our in-game screen. I want to make sure nothing is breaking either. Oh, yes, hello.
Actually, something is broken right now. I'm currently stuck in Felzy's scythe right now. I'm trying to get. Oh, he's moving it. Okay, I'm still in it. Dude, this is actually first person.
You might have to retap it.
No, it's actually no. We're staying in this.
All right. That's what. You know what? That's gonna
be.
That's gonna be an interesting POV. I'll show that off very soon. All right. So again, very quickly, I just want to go over our neutrals and what we're kind of expecting from both sides as openers, because it's fairly standard how much pretty much everybody's been playing it. So to start with, this is Granite Head here. This is the most important base that we've noted for all of these matches. A lot of teams really focus this hard with Bitter Gorge very close second to importance. Standard sort of cap points, a C point in the triple, B point in the powerhouse, and then this one A point down here in the bottom. If you do actually manage to get the base, we have seen very good use of using the spawn room and actually getting to that A point, giving yourself a lot of time to actually get the rest of this base saved. So that is something to look out for as well if we start seeing a neutral attack happen here after the cap has gone through. Moving over to Bitter Gorge. This base in particular actually really highlights the reason why air is going to be so important, especially on the opener to win. You can see it's extremely open. These catwalks here have absolutely very little cover when it comes to air to ground, and then these points themselves just covered by a very flimsy canopy, which any good air grounder will just get right by that, and they'll just get a little lit low, and they'll kill you anyway. There's plenty of angles there. You can see the point as well, right in the corners there. So, not going to be expecting, most likely, not going to be expecting whoever ends up losing the air to really cap Bitter Gorge unless they somehow manage to get a lot of anti-air stuff up. And even then, as Gretchen usually does note, it's anti-air stuff like Sky Guards and Rangers only get you so far when it comes to a good air ball. So Bitter Gorge, very important. We're going to be keeping an eye on who gets that one. And then, of course, we got Satcom over here. This one here tends to go to whoever does not manage to get the air, because it has a lot more cover to it. You can actually cap this fairly realistically if you can't get the air. And there's some counterplay to be had as well. It does have links that are the same as Granite Head, but Granite Head has the opportunity also to go back and grab Bitter Gorge. Bitter Gorge, the only one with the Slate Cannon and Argent Pass lane. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at our openers. We only got about 15 seconds. So what are we looking at on your side there, as you look like you have that beautiful POV?
Yeah, well, I can actually look around, and, well, I can tell you right now, VKTZ had a lot of sides. To start off. And as you can see through Felzy's window here, the front window, they do have a lightning and a...
Oh my god, it's tracking.
Okay.
I love that.
There was a Mag Rider down there, too.
All right.
We're up in the air now.
And then KN1 side, I'm actually seeing not as much air.
But it's only like 10 reviews.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm not seeing nearly as much.
When I saw them.
Mostly Galaxies, full ones too. 12 out of 12, 8 out of 12, 5 out of 12, 3 out of 12, 2 out of 12. Good amount of people in these Galaxies. They're actually going to be focusing a lot of
cautious approach here to start it off. Oh, I'm free.
You're free.
I think he got bumped by another side.
Okay.
I got dislodged.
So we are off. Taking a look at our air fights. This is a very important part of the game. We're going to see if anybody really... I'm suspecting it's going to be VKTZ, as we didn't see nearly enough air control.
A lot of Galaxies here for KN1 to start it off.
Yeah, big max drop.
Oh,
I see what they're doing. They got a maxes with bursters dropping down on the icicles over here. This is actually...
Look at the burster.
Yeah, lots of bursters.
This is questionable. This is very questionable. That's such a big investment, and you will not be able to move those maxes off there again.
The young zoomer moons.
I'm seeing a lot of damage,
theory,
but it's just... they did just kill a Galaxy, and you don't actually see Galaxies get taken out very quickly.
That's a pretty big investment for your opener, because those maxes could have had shotguns, and you could be standing on a point.
That
is
true,
too. They're clearly prioritizing Granite Head. They want this cap, and they want it desperately.
Something else to note,
no,
VKTZ has a little tiny nest also kind of getting set up here a little bit above them. Which it looks like, I guess they're just going to retreat, because actually I think they got spotted out. But take a look at these sides. They're just kind of hiding behind the mountains now a little bit. They're not getting taken out, but you can see they do definitely have air control here. They're just kind of staying back behind a little. The Reavers are
overextending a lot, though. They're pushing into these hives, and one by one, it's not a good push.
Yeah. Meanwhile, down here on the ground, I'm looking at a VKT Skyguard hitting from Bitter Gorge, which Bitter Gorge has nobody on there just yet. I do see a single human being. I don't know where he is. There he is. He's on the A point. It looks like that is a KN1 member. We'll come back to that in a little bit. We still want to take a look and see if this strange AA nests strategy works out for KN1.
Hey, we got some AC Gaming Clan action right here. We got Latro and Saiyan side by side. Latro in a max and Saiyan as a heavy assault.
Oh yeah, look at
this
that.
This is vintage AC Gaming
That's
Clan
a classic right there. They're at Granite Head as well. Let's see.
Oh yeah, no, they are like locking down Granite Head. They want this one.
Yeah, VKT's definitely prioritizing. This is a very, very good setup here.
No, people have argued a lot about which the most favorite team is in this Alpha Wars for Emerald. I think it's pretty obvious if you look at the distribution of AC members.
True.
Yeah.
Only one team has
oh my
a
god,
significant portion of AC.
sorry, KN1 is jumping down with the maxes.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, they
oh,
figured
those
something out.
maxes are flying.
Did they all have safe fall? Oh my god, they were planning on doing this.
They switched them to
Almost just ripped apart that KN1 max.
Yeah, this was actually planned. They were going to jump down from the start.
Okay.
They had safe fall from the beginning.
I take it back, not a bad plan. Didn't work out though.
Yeah,
because that's hard to dropping
good
like
idea,
that
though.
and getting a solid hold onto an established like enemy is very hard.
Yeah, that was a very, very smart plan. But
Like,
damn, did
pushing someone
VKTs
off
have
like
that set up?
Not easy.
I feel like VKTs might have just known that was going to be the play, and they just dropped everything on top of where they were going to drop on.
Satcom has gone through
I
for
wouldn't
KN1,
have read
though.
that, but I guess it is kind of transparent.
Yeah.
Satcom is through for KN1, but as we've seen throughout Outfit Wars, Satcom really does not end up being like that big of a deal. Granite Head basically can render that base useless.
Yep. And
Granite Head gives you the same connections plus Bitter Gorge, and it's easier to defend. So there's really no reason to make a play for Aerosec.
Yeah. Satcom, the only thing that we've seen mostly is being able to use that as counterplay for the map itself, and it's just it's you know, it's been used somewhat effectively for pressure relief, but I haven't been able to see anybody truly.
Gelos has a Steel Rain coming in on Bitter Gorge. I feel like we'll see a big fight here in a second.
I'm gonna check out KN1 over at Nexus Secure.
Hold on
they
a
are
second.
dropping over here.
We got a Steel Rain happening over here as well on Nexus Secure.
KN1 does have a couple maxes, so they're definitely digging in here. They're just trying to make that play for the Nexus on VKT's side, but
I wonder if that's gonna work. Because they can definitely take a lot of people off of these other bases.
No, that's a bad idea. Because if you look at the timers, Bitter Gorge is 2-minute timer. Nexus Secure Substation is still 3 minutes 20, even though they were there sooner.
And also,
VKT has plenty of time to respond to this.
And I think it's like usually with teams that are a little bit more evenly matched, this kind of idea of pushing like this doesn't usually tend to work out that much.
Yeah.
Like just trying to rush to that Nexus when it's evenly matched.
Yeah, we'll
see if KN1 is able to hold it. It's usually pretty hard to do that early on.
Yeah, we have definitely seen mostly those that are winning both Granite Head and Bitter Gorge are definitely usually the victors because they can pressure a lot more on the lane and then still be able to defend as well at the same time. And I think that's probably what we're going to see. I'm going to head back to Nexus Secure because it looks like VKTZ is redeploying some people back there. I'm going to see if they can actually manage to hold that off. If KN1 completely loses this out, that is a huge investment, basically, that they've just kind of lost, and they have to just go back to plan
Yeah, if
A.
you look at like how VKTZ is moving their pop, they're leaving like a decent-sized force at Bitter Gorge, but they're already starting to put pressure on Nexus Secure, and the timers are running in their favor. They have over a full minute between the two timers, and Bitter Gorge is basically a free cap for them right now. Not completely free, because I have to keep some people on it just in case anyone tries to steal it, but...
We're just kind of seeing VKTZ is just kind of like circling the wagons around the Nexus Secure building right now, but like we haven't really seen any infantry presence.
Well, who needs infantry? Look at this Mag Rider.
Just kind of like picking at them right now.
That's fine, they're just like softening them up, getting like a few kills, taking beacons out, I don't think there was any bus. Actually, there must have been for some
Oh, this poor Mag Rider just flipped himself upside down.
Oh, rip.
Showed his belly. The trust is
Luckily
lost.
they aren't that useful in here.
Yeah. Yeah, KN1, you know, it is still a pretty solid hold, though. About a minute and 30 seconds-ish left.
I would say VKTZ should definitely get a bus set up here, and they haven't done that yet. That is a big mistake.
I'm curious as to where their pop is, because I'm kind of looking around the map right now, and I don't see like any large...
I see some pop over at hydroponics.
They also have hydroponics compound, yeah. No, that's an infantry push.
Okay, so look, yeah, it looks like they've started the cap there. I don't know if they're going to bring big numbers.
Oh, here comes the big drop.
Ah, here they are. They were getting Max's medics and engineers, I see.
Oh, that Max should not have went aggressive there. the PPA was able to take him out. And here comes the big drop. Lots of maxes.
Yep, following them right inside. See how far they make it before they get C4'd. They're fairly well grouped up.
I don't know if KN1 has C4.
I see one brick down here. Oh, there's a C4 brick just went out, but it didn't.
Brick.
Yeah,
Surely the medics have C4.
Hopefully the medics have C4. We've seen very effective use
looks
of it.
Looks like KN1's just kind of rolling through here.
Oh yeah, they are. VKTZ is coming in through door 1 as well.
I was gonna critique VKTZ for not setting up Sunday spawns here, but it doesn't even matter. They're just rolling through them.
Now they are now, KN1 is now getting pincered from both Skinny and door 1 area, and I think this is probably,
Ooh, big orbital just went out.
Yeah, I don't know, did that kill anybody? No, I don't think.
I know, but these maxes,
some of these
maxes are really weak, but they lost out on a good opportunity to get.
Hold on a second, 23 seconds left here.
Yeah, and this is what I mean. They didn't get any hard spawns.
KN1's still holding on here. Their maxes are hurt, but they're still up.
15 seconds now. KN1's kind of holding this.
Okay, big VKTZ push potentially.
If they had hard spawns here, if they had a Sunday right outside the wall, they could jump.
They need to push
this.
Oh no, they're gonna get it.
They just lost it.
Yeah, KN1's gonna take this. There it is.
Wow, okay,
KN1 taking Nexus secure gives them the opportunity to actually get into Nexus Alpha long before VKTZ is going to be able to, because VKTZ still has about 2 minutes, 3 minutes even on one of those bases before they can start a next Omega.
This is just a mistake of like not setting up properly while VKTZ had outside control. They could have got buses up and had like very short run times for the respawns. Got more maxes and stuff, but
I think there might have been a little. I think they might have been a little too confident in their ability to get down there with the maxes and everything and clear them out, and it did not pan out that way.
Yeah, I
the
feel like
orbital might have actually kind of might have screwed them over, because I don't think they were expecting KN1 to drop an orbital that early and at that base. And it did really soften up their push, and
yeah, it did seem to cause some chaos at bare minimum, because they were not able to push after that. So KN1 now has opportunity. Let me just big steel rain just dropped at Nexus Alpha.
Yeah, VKTZ is hold up right here at Slate Canyon with maxes, but they might not get any KN1 pushback, because if they're going right to Nexus Alpha.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check out and see if they redeploy out of here soon.
So VKTZ just resecured, but it's only just for a second. KN1's getting right back on the point. Yeah, there it goes. So they're going to be flipping now, right now. There we go. So the flip has started. It's 7 minutes until a cap. And KN1, if judging by what they just did, they might just focus all efforts on this. This might just be the play for them.
I think that is like strategically smart play right now.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe you want to send like a small force back to like get your backups back on hydroponics compound and not Slate Canyon. But if you keep pressure on this base, you're forcing VKTZ to respawn. They can't go anywhere else.
Now, one bad thing for KN1 is that, you know, this is a 7-minute cap, and while they do have maxes, KN1 does, VKTZ has some very, very good infantry, and there's a lot of angles you can really hold extremely well to get crossfire and actually clear this point off. And look at the point itself right now. It's already cleared off. KN1 has basically lost all their maxes and humans to just regular infantry. I don't even see maxes. Here they come. They're coming right back in. They must have a hard spawn down here.
VKTZ still has like a squad roughly on Slate Canyon right now that includes maxes.
Also on hydroponics compound, which honestly, playing a timers here not a bad idea, because they're getting 2 really big caps, like map-wise.
Yeah.
And they have plenty of time for Nexus.
Yeah. All the VKTZ has to do is clear KN1 basically off like 1 time. If this is really the KN1 play.
It is risky.
Yeah.
It's definitely risky.
If you don't clear them out here, you lose, but
yeah.
I guess they are confident in their infantry, and I can understand that.
This is a massive gamble, but KN1, honestly, they can probably do this if they have enough maxes. My issue that I'm looking at here is I don't see enough. Yeah, I don't see enough maxes. I don't see any way for them to resupply people in without using some kind of a steel rain or a, which I think they may have already used all of the steel rains. I saw like 2 used already. I don't know how many they've used without me seeing it.
There's an orbital strike coming for VKTZ that will kill all the maxes.
Yep.
Yeah, these maxes are right in the...
Yeah, they are. They're gonna die. There it goes. Max is dead. Infantry's still alive, but...
I mean, they're getting res now, but if
they're counter-orbitaling
fast enough.
Yeah, the VKTZ infantry can definitely get the good crossfires going here.
VKTZ just lost their maxes.
Fantastic counter-orbi. And here comes another drop here from KN1. That's not a hard spawn. That is an actual drop. There's way too much armor.
Next free getting farmed right now.
Lamau.
Nice.
Keeps peeking, keeps dying.
As he does.
By the way, just a heads up, Gelos, I'm not sure if you know this, but I outfragged Zayn today in our Hydra match.
Actually, you didn't.
Yeah, I kind of outfragged him. It was kind of nuts.
Just a quick heads up there, Bobo. I'm actually the best player in Planet Side right now.
Skull Slayer 666 pushing in here.
Oh yeah, and
Big
big VKTZ push happening.
KN1 Nexus plus 1 are dead, so this should be an easy
Okay,
push.
this is gonna be a...
Oh yeah.
Demon Newton rattling away.
Yeah, VKTZ pushing them off.
Already flipping, by the way.
Okay, so here's the issue. KN1, this was their gamble. The fact that they couldn't get that is massive.
See, I think that's the mistake they made. They actually gambled on it instead of just putting pressure on it to pull VKTZ back. They should have just put pressure on it, pull VKTZ back, and secure their backups.
Now that said, I do see a Valkyrie here filled with 5 people, but it's gonna die before they make it. There's no way this makes it. Yeah, there you go.
No, this was a massive misplay by them.
Well, misplay might be the wrong word. I feel like it's not the worst idea, but it's a huge gamble.
To me, that's a gambit of somebody that...
Maybe,
it's almost like you're not confident in...
I would say after they lost both Granite Head and Bitter Gorge, I feel like that's not the worst play. Because Bitter Gorge and Granite Head are huge, and if you lose them both, you got to do something to really
There is no realistic way KN1 was going to take that base with the setup they had.
Yes, I think was their...
That was just a setup to buy time, and they didn't use it to buy time. They actually went all in on it, and that's a massive mistake.
That I feel like was the misplay. There should have probably been a lot more maxes, and maybe even try to get a little bit of air control too, just a little bit.
You need to get air and vehicle control for a little bit, and have hard spawns up for a little while, otherwise you have no chance of taking.
By the way, Skull Slayer 666 up in the spawn all alone.
So now
he's running away like a coward now.
We do see Nexus secure about to go through for about a minute. Satcom going to go through in about 15 seconds. Both of these likely not going to get defended by KN1. If I were them, I would just be going straight back for Nexus Omega, trying to push them off for just a moment, and then maybe try to get for Nexus Alpha again in the last like 10-20 seconds. Might be the best possible play they can do. They might be able to recover a little bit here if that's their only option, which it could be at this point.
Oh yeah, VKTZ got good angles right now.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, Liddy big flank on the primary door.
She goes down. Dead now.
Yeah, she gets fucking owned.
Nice.
She focused the wrong target there. I don't know if she saw it.
Really, she's wearing VKTZ's official camo.
Yeah, I think they bought it for like everyone that didn't want to buy it or couldn't.
She really is a Vanu sovereign cat.
Odeon
I don't think she really likes Vanu.
Odeon over here
yet she's playing for them. Curious.
I know, right?
Is here trying to defend his base.
On my faction loyalties that I play with. That's why I only play for NC teams.
Nice.
Loyal NC member.
If Odeon's here, my suspicion is he's and I was actually kind of right here. It looks
Odeon
like
pushing in.
Yeah, it looks like he's got most of his boys here.
He's the first one in. What's that?
Yeah, that's what a leader does. He leads from the front, not the back.
Okay, so VKTZ actually played this right. If you look at the map play, VKTZ put pressure on this, but didn't put all the didn't throw everything at it. Instead, they got the rest of the map.
Yeah, and now next Omega, while
rest of the map.
While next Omega is completely saved now, I don't see hard spawns or anything from VKTZ. The fact is, KN1 has no counter now. Yeah, they have no counter. They basically, once they get this, they would have to have somebody on both Hydroponics and Slate Canyon, literally just sitting on point, just with a Stalker and Fill, once this goes through, because unless they do that, they have no pressure relief.
VKTZ has 1 minute and 15 to just jump back on point here and
that's
put pressure.
exactly what they're doing. You can see them dropping right now.
And even if KN1 manages to transition to Hydroponics or Slate Canyon, it's very easy to defend those for VKTZ.
A lot of air circling around this point over here. And I don't see anything K1. K1 just got one solo lip basically sitting in their warp gate trying to plink away at this. It's not really going to do too much though.
It does actually. If it's a vector lip, they're very... It's not, it's a tank class.
Oh, okay. Listen, some people don't
know
yet.
As I said, not going to really do much there.
Yeah, if it was a vector lip though, those are very, very effective against galaxies at an infinite range.
Infinitive. VKTZ here making another drop on the back end.
It's 3 AM. And it's not my primary language. Why are you being such a dick?
You're always like this. It's not my primary language.
Also, Gretchen, let's be honest.
I only speak some German.
No, I only know what I learned from a VTuber.
There's
Yeah, what you learn?
there is KN1 pop on both bases though. This is gonna stop at about 5 seconds, so
this
we
is
might
what
see
they
some
need.
flips.
Let's actually see if they
Yeah,
actually
let's
get
see if
that.
Vkat's push.
Oh,
Can
KN1's trying to
big
set up a bus
push.
at
Can they
Slate
do it?
Canyon.
All right, check and see real quick. See if they get both
No,
these
there's
flips
no best
going.
flips, yeah.
Slate, the KN1 bus that was trying to deploy there got destroyed basically immediately.
No, I think
Hydroponics is safe
VKTZ.
as well.
Oh no, yeah, VKTZ is gonna get it then. So VKTZ back on point here with Maxes, and I can definitely see a stealth bubble. So they must have a bus underneath.
There's a bus on the like on the
Oh,
roof.
is that where it is? Okay, yeah, it's
bus.
above, not
That's
not
actually a
below.
really smart spot.
Yeah.
that is a nice spot.
Especially
Especially
since
considering
they
that
have
it does
air,
not
they have
the
lots of
air
air,
level.
yeah.
So good. That's so good if it's stealth until it gets spotted, like. That's gonna take a while. It's an
Yeah.
unusual spot.
Very unusual.
Oh,
That's,
look at
that's
this
a
big push here.
perfect spot. Yeah, VKT's going all the way to the spawn room here.
Yeah, look at Latro.
How much delay do we
Legacy
have,
the
Gelos?
AC
Can I engage
Brotherhood.
people in chat?
It's a 60-second.
Never mind, then I'm not talking to anyone.
We will be changing that to a 2
Skull
minutes
Slayer
delay
666
next
going in.
weekend, everybody. By the way.
He's going in. He's going in. He's blammoing.
And look at these
Already half
maxes.
HP.
Well, now he's going in again for another round. All the pretenders are trying to push up like him, but there's only one Skull Slayer 666. He's dead.
And
He died because he got too close to the spawn room.
Mm-hmm.
Way to go,
Okay.
Skull Slayer 666.
can't even get
You
revived.
know, they call him Icarus. Really, it's a very Icarus moment.
So KN1. Oh, they have pulled out the Burster Maxes. Not a good sign.
Yep, that's never a good
Never a
sign.
good sign.
Oh
You
boy.
know what I am missing from VKTZ here? It's a bubble.
Oh, check the warp gate. Odeon loading up a gal with 9 out of 12. We're about to see a
Uh-oh.
drop here in a
Okay.
second.
Odeon,
It's-
no.
Well, it's such a short run. It doesn't matter if he gets
Don't be a
pummeled by as
hero.
many sites as he wants to be pummeled. Oh, good, a Citadel shield blocking me from getting to the action. Hold on.
Oh my
What
god,
happened to that
Lily's in the
Sunday?
middle of the drop and she's dead.
Ah, let
Rhino
me,
MK2.
let me
Oh,
through.
they found the Sandy though. VKTZ found the Sandy on top.
Oh, good. There is a
sorry,
second.
KN1 did.
There is a second bus there for
They
them, however.
haven't killed it yet.
Still
Somehow they
trying.
didn't
Oh,
kill the
no.
Sandy. Oh, okay.
The Gambit has failed.
Please, Whirl, let me through these Citadel shields. I beg.
You just gotta go fast.
You gotta go real fast.
Yeah, you do. It's not a good viewing
Oh.
experience.
Alright, so what we're looking at right now is VKTZ has armor control, air control, infantry control, absolutely everything. KN1 has very little counterplay they can do, pretty much no counterplay that they can do. It's basically just save their base, and hopefully they can get on the other two bases at the exact same time. That is
Let's
literally
take
their only
a
option
quick
right
look
now.
at the top kills here.
Yeah,
I
let's
can't
do that.
see it yet because it's.
So
Although
we're
I can
looking
actually
at...
say in top fragging, huh? Look at
And what a
that.
surprise.
Yeah. Not by much though. He's actually closely followed by is that Yoda Emerald?
Yoda
That's
Emerald.
a pilot.
Yeah,
That's Yoda Emerald VS.
Yoda
Also
Emerald
Felsi a
VS.
pilot.
yeah. Most I mean, it's kind of expected that air does tend, and they have had a lot of air.
You know, every Hydra match I've seen, like, and every other match I've seen Saiyan in, Saiyan's like top frag and then it's the air.
Yep.
I don't know what Saiyan does, it just, you know, that's
I've
just Saiyan.
said this so
Saying
many
he's
times.
like a human ESF.
I never understand how Sand does what he does, but he does. He does do what he does every single time. It's consistent.
Yeah.
Well,
Honestly,
oh, he lost to Odeon. He lost to Odeon.
Yeah, Odeon
Skull
top
Slayer
fragger for
666
KN1 by the way,
washed.
so not very surprising because
Oh.
Odeon.
Yep, and
We
he has
need
been
to know.
leading the charge quite often too.
You know the secret to Saiyan success. He lives directly on top of these servers, so.
Yep, that is
That
true.
is true.
His
He
ping
also
is
wears his
literally
headphones
0.
backwards, so.
And also does
maybe-
wear his headphones back.
So if you always wondered why you weren't as good as Saiyan as Blindside, try putting your
Yeah,
headphones on.
put your
the
headphones
other
on
way around.
backwards. VKT's still maintaining extremely dominant control here, just going back and forth. And look at this air too. This ridiculous bulldog
See,
gal.
There is one big mistake they're making here, and that's not dropping a bubble to like protect their air that they can abuse. They have this KN1 bubble that they can. Actually, this is a
Yeah,
VKTZ
this
bubble,
KN
but this isn't
No,
placed
yeah, this VKT's
amazingly.
bubble.
You could definitely place this better, like get it closer towards the spawn room, because the maxes can't push far out the spawn room, but you can get more like area control if you're at.
Now I do see some KN1 members, it looks like downstairs. They must have gotten something hard down there.
Yeah, it's very easy to get Zangief out of the space to downstairs.
Yep, there it is. And the tanks have immediately destroyed it.
There's another one, but
Yeah, there
it's
is
already
another
heavily smoking in this 3.
Oh, and another one. And man, they're just pulling as many buses out as possible, and he ran over tank mines. Okay, so KN1 buses all down. Are we seeing another? No, nobody else pulling. So yeah, that was all their hard spawns. Let's take a look upstairs, see if they've gotten any control yet. This is looking really grim here for KN1. VKTZ has been absolutely dominant this whole time. Ever since losing, oh my god. Who was that? Never a day? He just came in, knifed everybody in the back on server room.
Let's take a quick look at the domain kills, probably.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, look
Air
at that.
has been just ridiculous for this one. I think that's might be the highest percentage of air kills I think I've seen in any of these matches.
Yeah.
Good max
really
usage at least
leveraging
by both sides. Armors too. Armor, interestingly enough.
This is the thing, Gelos, that I always say about Flag. Flag is like, sure you deny some stuff with Flag, but...
You're not killing anything with this, really.
Yeah. Just denying air control, you're not retaking it.
It's more of a deterrent. You're trying to get people to
Yeah, it's not
leave.
even denying,
but the
you're
problem,
right,
yeah, the problem that we're seeing here is that KN1, while they can deter like one
But
or two things, there's so many things here for them to have to sort of get them.
Oh no, it's cleared.
Yeah, I would think that might have been an infill.
Yeah.
So about minute 30 left here. It's looking like KN1 might not be able to get back on points. Just the amount of absolute ridiculous...
Maybe seeing one more... No, never mind. The PPAs are just shredding them before they even...
Yeah,
these
sheer
PPAs
quantity.
would have a lot easier time, by the way, if there was a shield that they could weave in and out of over the spawn. I'm just saying, like, you step up your air to ground.
Yeah, come on. You could do so much better.
And I know there's pilots in that squad that know about that, and that do abuse that.
I would not be surprised if it was a pilot in control of one
Like,
of these Citadel
just
shields.
runs past 2 people and still lives. I'm so mad. I don't want to talk about it.
Don't worry, I'm still seeing some people running by these maxes as well, and then the maxes have to follow them back to a door.
Hey, look at the top weapons though. The Beetlejuice is up there. But the PPA, I've never seen like an air-to-ground weapon this high up in an Force match, I think.
Yeah, it has been an absolutely ridiculously good match for these pilots. They have been very dominant. And I mean, honestly, KN1, it was a good attempt by them, especially on the opener, to try and counter that in a more non-traditional way, because it is hard if you're just trying to just literally go in and duel the other airball and you know you don't have that. I don't think that's
true for this format, Gelos. And I'm gonna leak tactics here.
Alright, okay.
So if you have pilots with ASP discount and you have the outfit discounts on the base, you basically don't run out of nanites if you have enough people. You can just keep contesting the air. You can force them to keep shooting your air.
Well,
and if you're just pulling flag, if you have the experience from other formats, you know pulling flag is losing.
That was the match, everybody. KN1 ultimately did not get their base back. VKTZ comes out with the win. Very good job here by VKTZ. The entire match as well. Let me put your picture up here real quick. Move Goofy over. There we go.
Put Goofy aside.
I'll put Goofy aside.
I'm sorry, Goof. I love you.
No, it's okay. I understand. I get it. It's fine.
Fantastic plays here, though, by VKTZ. They did just a dominating performance and a dominating victory as well to complement that. So, very, very good job. Again, I will say, you know, KN1, they did do some non-traditional stuff to try and sort of counter it. Good on them. It is still a smart play if you don't think you're going to be winning in the more traditional way, like that air ball, like I stated. But you know, there are some other things, as Gretchen said, you could do. But still, good on them for trying something different. That gamble, I think, was probably very, very. I feel like that was a really interesting play, but ultimately, it is a gamble. I mean, it's extremely hard if you get wiped off that point and you've committed all resources. Oh, I know that KN1, as soon as they lost that last member there, they probably all collectively sighed. That was probably it for them. Let me see if we can get some of our people in and we can do a interview. We will get Apollo, and if we can get anybody from KN1 to come on over to PSB TeamSpeak, we will get you in for an interview as well.
Can we get X3 instead?
We cannot get X3.
Oh my god.
Never want to hear from him. He's so ragey. He's so
I'll send
angry.
him for the next Hydra when you can.
But again, you know, it's sort of it's a match of just gambles in general for KN1. This one was completely this was probably the least traditional played match I think that I've seen so far. They really did just commit all resources to that one gambit at the beginning. But you know, it wasn't the worst play I've ever seen. Definitely not the worst thing I've seen. They actually could have gotten it, especially with VKT's
Do you want
initial...
me to drag Apollo in, by the way?
No, I gave him the password. He should have it.
He just asked if there's interviews.
Yes, let him know.
Just pull him in.
Yeah, you can pull him in. But yeah, it was hello there, Apollo. Let me just go ahead and open the TeamSpeak on stream here. I will, everybody can see who's talking. So yeah, it was a very, very well played there match, despite KN1's overall loss. They still played that well enough, I think, that it was still, you know, things could have gone differently. I think the real blunder that we saw there was just the lack of maxes, just for that one, you know, Nexus Omega, or rather Nexus Alpha. You really think so?
Yeah.
Right. Let me put Studio in my back. There we go. Okay, so we do have Apollo here for VKTZ. First of all, I do want to say congratulations to your victory. That was very, very well played by VKTZ, and absolutely consistently dominating a match for you guys. Just one time I think you had to come back and really, really defend a base, and that was it. After that, it was just full dominance. So you guys did extremely well. Going into this match, you know, I always ask this: what was the prep work? What did you do to get ready?
Yeah, I mean, we had faced KN1 2 weeks ago, and even though we had won by a lot of points, make no mistake, they're a very good team, and so we knew that they were going to get better over these past 2 weeks, and they kind of have experience playing us, know what we want to do, so it's more of a question of can we do it better than they can, and I think they did a really good job at putting pressure on our home work day. I think that's the right move for this match, and had us sweating for a little bit, but we were able to lock them out and just kind of control the lattice in the meantime, and kind of work from there.
Yeah, and work you did. Quite frankly, it was very, very good sort of map work that we saw. What was going on in your mind when you saw that KN1 was sort of not responding to your neutrals, and then instead they were just going straight for that gamble to your home base? What was going on there? Were you thinking, you know, we got to bring everybody back, or was this like a small pressure relief? What was happening there?
I think we did a good job. Maybe we could have trickled in a bit more pop sooner to stomp it out, but the way that we played it was trickling in pop and just making sure we were still getting the advantages later down the lattice lane, so that when we did resecure our home base, that we would have the advantage for the rest of the match.
Well, you definitely did, and you know, honestly, we sort of saw the advantages for the entire match anyway, just because of how ridiculous your air had been the entire time. I don't think I asked you this last time, but your air game is just insanely strong. It has been for pretty much every match I think I've seen. Where'd you find all this air? Because this has been extremely strong air the entire time that I've seen this Outfit Wars.
Yes, I mean, we pretty much started in February looking for folks, especially for air. We knew that previous Outfit Wars, it was kind of a weak spot for us and prevented us from kind of playing the matches the way that we wanted to. You know, having air obviously opens up the full playbook, if you will. So it's been a combination of just finding out whoever friends we can make over the past 6 months in reality, and then just asking them if they'd be willing to play for us.
Well, your networking definitely paid off, because your pretty much everything was dominant, but obviously that air being as strong as it was, you know, that opens up, as you said, it does open up the whole playbook. You're able to actually move around the map and do whatever you really need to do in order to sort of get bases back, and cut off any sort of other bases too. So you guys did great. Looking forward to seeing more from you next weekend. For right now, it doesn't look like we have anyone from KN1 coming for the interview, unfortunately. But that's okay. Well, that's all right. So we're going to go ahead and end things there. There's no other matches happening right now. So we will just end. I think there's going to be a Connery match a little bit later. Casted by... Let me just see. That one is going to be... on this channel, casted by Varunda. It's going to be UN17 versus TTA, and Dyer versus one Viking. Not Varunda, actually. Sorry, this one's going to be Zulfer casting here on this channel. Dyer versus Viking. That's going to be a good match to watch, too. So
That's
stick around for
gonna
that.
be a really good match.
Oh, yeah.
Like, honestly, I think this might be... I don't know, was a few good matches this weekend, but it's definitely one of the highlights, I think.
Oh, yeah. All right, stick around, everybody, for that. That'll be at 11:30, I believe it is, for that match. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye. We'll go ahead and end it there. Bye.
See ya.